Hello, everyone. Makeup for on camera. So, as you guys can tell, I am not a techie. This is like so outside of my comfort zone, and it is just what's going on right now, right? We have to be, a professional at what we're doing. We also are having to look good on camera. We're having to put our message out on social media, do selfies, it's a whole new era. And so I, as you can tell, am learning along with many of you. Now, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Christin, and I am a makeup artist by trade. I'm also the president of CARA Cosmetics. And I have been, my beginning was makeup artist, and I have worked in print, commercials, television, feature films, and I also have a makeup line called CARA Cosmetics, which we primarily sell to spas and salons, and that has been a lot of my journey. I also have a makeup studio here in Orlando, Florida, so we do a lot of educational classes, not only for everyday clients like you. So that's why I wanted to share, a few tips, because I see that, so many people are struggling, or I would say what happens is, for many of you that are professionals out there, and you're probably laughing at me because you're like, this is what you need to do. That might be wonderful at social media, but maybe you're not so great at, creating your own makeup look, kind of making sure what to do for on camera. So that's kind of where I come in. That is my area of expertise. I've been doing this for close to 30 years now. And of course, with HD and video, now, everybody is having to kind of, be their own brand. And of course, when you're doing makeup on actors and on models and whatnot, they have their whole glam squad behind them. They have people that dress them. They have people that do their makeup, do their hair. Unfortunately, I think a lot of you are not, well, I don't want to say unfortunately, but we don't have that whole squad on our payroll like Kim Kardashian or some other people that always look amazing on camera. And so that's where I want to share with you how to be able to learn some of these tips that can help you, at least when you're ready to push that button to go live, that you'll look, your best. And for those of you that maybe can't come to my studio in person here in Orlando, Florida, then, we'll actually be offering some courses soon that are going to help you learn how to do this. And I know lots of you out there are really struggling, or you might not even be aware of, how important this is for you to look your best on camera. And also to understand, what your brand is, because you may be amazing at doing what you do, but maybe you're not relating with your look that well to your clients, And so this is the era of visual, and you have to convey and appeal to the market that you are doing business in. So I wanted to share just a few things with you, and I kind of, I'm gonna actually demo a couple things on myself, which I never do. I'm always working on other people. So that's gonna be kind of fun a little bit. So thank you so much for chiming in. So there are a few things that I wanna share with you. And one of them is to really take a look at as a professional. Again, I'm really kind of looking at. I mean, you can be, let's say, like a mom at home, I've got clients that are news anchors. I have, celebrity clients. I have everyday clients that are just professionals, that are realtors, that are lawyers. And so each one of you has a particular brand, so to speak, of your own personal look that I think is very important. And some clients that I've had, they have a particular, let's say, like a vision of what, let's say they're a life coach, and if you, for example, I had a client that was a mature client, and she had this vision of herself that she should be wearing a blazer. Like she needed this kind of I found it a bit like an antiquated vision of how a successful, powerful woman should be, and once we started to unravel a bit her personality, I mean, the first thing she did when she sat in my chair was kick off her shoes. So I'm thinking, okay, somebody that kicks off their shoes and that has a much more casual approach to life should definitely disconnect from thinking that they need to wear that blazer, that kind of hard shell around them. So I think that that's something that I would love for you to really think about is what is your personality style? Because when you fight that personality style of who you are, I don't think you're ever with your makeup and your clothes and all of that. So that's number one. And again, this is my interpretation. I've worked with thousands and thousands of women, and this is one of the things that you want, and that I think is going to help you actually attract women, because I think that many of you and what you're exposed to in the world of makeup artistry are either girls behind the makeup counter. They're not necessarily makeup artists, they're salespeople. That is their job. Their job is to sell you product. Another thing would be, for example, Instagrammers or YouTubers. Many of them that now everybody is learning makeup tips from are only doing their own face. And they are usually very young and very cute. I'm just generalizing again. There are some very good working makeup artists that are also out there teaching tips and techniques. But for the majority, as a makeup artist, as a lifetime makeup artist, I consider them a bit more influencers than actual makeup artists. So I can see where a lot of clients, a lot of people that are out there trying to learn, like, God, what do I do, to make myself look good on camera? And, I try doing this look on myself, and then it looks like this big black eye, or it just looks terrible on me because I don't necessarily have the same facial features as that person that I'm learning this video tip from. So that is where, we step in, and I'm going to just enlighten you on a couple of key items that are kind of just general, let's say. So one of the things that I see is that one of the things that I see is that video will make you shinier than you are. So that is one tip, that you want to look at yourself. You want to have a cute little mirror. Let's see, I've got a little mirror here that I keep next to me, okay? It's this fun little mirror. I'm showing you like all my drinks and everything. But keep that near you, and it's actually kind of fun because it turns off and on. And so this mirror, what you want to do is before you go on camera, just take a look or keep it near you so you can see. So you don't have maybe some hairs kind of sticking out, or you're super shiny. So do a little test before you go on camera. And then the key product that you want to have is this product here. This is our high definition powder. Now there are other brands out there. Of course, I prefer CARA Cosmetics, but what this powder does, and I'm just going to show you, this powder is the silkiest most refined powder. And what it does, now I put some on myself, and this powder, again, you use a tiny bit of it. It's not for those of you that like to bake themselves, as the new term of just plastering all this powder all over your face. This is not a powder for that. You want to use it very strategically and with a little brush. And what it's going to do is it's going to just remove any shine in the areas. And this is good for men, this is good for women, anybody that's going to be on camera. Now, this is not going to give you any kind of coverage. All it does is it removes the shine. And this is like gold. I love this powder. It is designed for on camera. It is our high definition loose powder. And what it will do is it just, again, what you want to do is you want to think of yourself when you're on camera of having the least amount of disturbances around you so people can hear what your message is. Now, some of you could maybe get distracted if I were really shiny or thinking, oh my God, is she having a hot flash, or something like that, which I do. This will help it. So again, that's what it is. There's just lots of noise that happens with pictures and this. So people you really want them to listen to you because you're the expert at what you're doing or what you're conveying. So that's number one, is HD loose powder. Now the next one, I don't know if you can see this. It is, so I did not do any makeup on my chest. I have makeup on my face, and I don't have makeup. Now you can see, I actually specifically wore the shirt because you can see that, there is skin here and there's skin here, right? Now what's gonna happen is that makeup reads differently on camera than your actual skin. So for those of you that are using a, let's say, gosh, I don't want to really get into brands, but there are certain brands that are highly mineral based. Now it's kind of funny because I'm actually going to use our mineral compact on you. Now, but when you are doing makeup for on camera, anything that has a sparkle or that has a highly pigmented mineral-based foundation, let's say, especially the loose ones, what happens with that is those foundations are designed for sun protection. Okay, and then what happens, so for example, some of you may know or may not know this, but there are very popular brands out there, and a lot of you that wear that because, yes, it's giving you that sun protection. Well, that's exactly what it's doing. It has a lot of titanium dioxide. It has a lot of zinc oxides. So it's creating a reflection. Now, what happens is when you're filming and you have a camera and you have lights, then that reflection is going to create a much lighter look on yourself. And what happens then is that it's designed for that. The sun rays bounce off your face and reflect off. It's giving you that sun protection when you're on camera, especially if you've taken a picture of yourself. Those girls that are out there that are, like selfie queens, you want to not have a highly reflective makeup that's off of flash or off of lights and whatnot. You want that makeup to be designed for on-camera use. Now, the thing is that your actual skin is going to absorb more light. Makeup is going to reflect the light. So what I want you to do is I want you to look at, prior to going on camera, if you have a scoop neck like me, you want to take that makeup down. Now, I'm not going to take the foundation that I wear, I don't bring that all the way down. A lot of times it can get on your clothing and whatnot. So this is a super easy way to this is a mineral-based compact. It's a very matte product, and it does not have the level of minerals in it that are going to create that high reflective value. So you can either use it, it comes with a little sponge, And this probably be the easy way, and I'm speaking also to men. This is a lot of my news anchors use this, and you can get a couple of different shades as well. If it's not one, you can use it as contour. You can also, I use this on men, and many of my friends in the film industry use this too. They love this. We actually have them in palettes where they come with several different colors in there. And because I use this on bridal as well, but it's amazing for the body and for men, because on men, you're not going to do, you know, all of your liquid foundations and all that. It's going to give you coverage. And then that way, what happens, it's just super easy. And I'm trying to do this like this is really weird for me because I never do this. So, and of course I'm kind of looking at myself backwards. So it's even like weirder. It's just very easy. This is our mineral-based compact. It comes with a little sponge. You can just pop it in your purse. Again, I could also, so you can see here, I could take this, and if I wanted to, do that too. And it gives you, that is a foundation and a setting powder all in one. And some of you may be asking, I'm thinking, why wouldn't you use that on your face? Now, many of our clients wear this on their face. I find that a pressed powder is, it actually has a larger molecule. It is going to give you more look. And for those of us that aren't, you know, super young, I think we need a little bit more of a dewy, something more moisturizing type of look. So this is why I don't use it. It will enhance fine lines. Now, the HD powder, that is not something for those of you that hate wearing powder. This is actually going to minimize your pores and make your skin look more flawless and feel really super silky. What you can do is you can apply your HD powder on top of your mineral compact. Okay, you can do that because this is not going to get rid of the shine nearly powder. Okay, so that's your tip number 2. Then the next one is, so I actually put on a very light lip gloss, and I'm going to kind of give you a tip that is 2-in-1, let's say. So this is our color. It's called Gemma, and I absolutely love this color, and it works on, I would say, every skin tone out there. It has, you know, it's actually a lip gloss. I love lip glosses. You can also wear a lip matte, but this happens to be a lip gloss. So for those of you out there that have little lips, okay, you have thinner lips, they're not larger. What you want to do is you want to wear a lighter color. I've had many clients that, because they think their lips are little, they need to wear this bold red or a stronger color. What that does is it makes you, anything darker is going to make it recede. It's going to make it smaller. And for clients that are also a little bit older, you want to get away from wearing harsher colors. The brownie kind of colors, those make your lips shrink up, and they actually kind of give this austere look. Also, when you're on camera, colors can tend to change. Everybody's monitor is going to be a little bit different. So I actually wore a very light lip, so you could kind of see how it does make my lips up here a little larger. My lips are kind of, you know, they're not like super full, but they're not super small either. So, and I tend to wear this every day. Like I love a really light lip. But as you can see on camera, it's not necessarily kind of doing much for me. So now this is going to be fun. I need to definitely use my mirror for this, because looking into my computer, this is not going to work out too well. Okay, so I'm going to pat. Now I put a pretty shimmery lip color on here. You can see that it is a little bit distracting on camera. So I'm going to take that off. I'm going to take that off, and Yeah. And this color Gemma it's just really beautiful because it's kind of across the board. And this is probably one of our best sellers. Can you see on my bottom lip? But it is giving me a lot more color. And what happens is, some of you may know this. So there we go. See? So Gemma gave me a little bit more color. Now I've got some pretty strong lights in here, so I am, and again, your monitor may be a little bit different from the monitor that I'm looking at right now. But one of the things from having worked in film and television that I'm going to share with you is that there are certain makeup that are more friendly looking, let's say. So for example, when you're working on a sitcom, there are certain colors that are just more certain makeup looks and certain undertones that you're going to use to have more of a comedic kind of feel or a happy kind of feel. And that I think a lot of people don't know. So finding those key colors and those undertones, you know, you might be fighting against that because you may love, let's say, for example, mauve type of colors, but what that's doing is that's creating a bit more of an austere or unfriendly kind of look. Makeup can be extremely what do I want to say? It can be extremely subjective, and it can also, there are just a few key things that you can do with your look that can really transform your appearance. So I hope that you like these 3 tips. I can go on and on. I love makeup. Again, I'm Leslie Christin. For those of you that want to learn more, definitely put some comments on Facebook Live, and if you want to learn some additional things as well, I'll be happy to. We're going to be doing more of these classes, but those are the things I'm very passionate about: helping you look your best and learning pro tips that you and help you with making your image amazing. And also, so you can have the biggest impact. Again, like your first impression is everything. You don't want to have that disconnect between a really beautiful headshot and then all of a sudden, here you go Facebook Live and you look like a sweaty mess. That is, I see a lot of that out there. I want to really help those of you that might be a little bit lost with your makeup or how to even do it, like a tip. So reach out to me. And the last thing that we have, so you can reach us at studiocara.com. That is our studio here in Orlando. And the last thing that I have is for those of you that want to purchase any of our products, I actually have a 20% discount. And it is Facebook 20. All of go to CARACosmetics.com if you want to buy an HD powder. That's my gift to you, so you can get a little discount, try it out. Again, there's a lot of other brands out there, so if you're looking to, maybe you had that product and you didn't know how to use it. So I just wanted to thank you so much. It was really a pleasure spending this time with you, and have a fabulous weekend.